All right, well, welcome everybody. Welcome to Greenkill. Welcome to those that are here. Thanks for showing up. And those of you that are out there, maybe, welcome to you too. So a couple things Dave asked me to say. It's obviously a little bit different live situation. So we have all these cameras here because maybe some people on YouTube are watching us right now. So what am I forgetting, Dave? Am I forgetting anything? Is that it? Thanks for coming. It's so good to see you. That's okay. Clapping is allowed. You can do that. I always say, you don't even have to mean it. It's okay. You don't even have to mean it. We drove out through the dust, past the abandoned buildings and the rundown warehouses, out to the kingdom of grapes and the luminous peach trees. Out to where the chain link fence bent down beneath the weight of an ancient tree. They were all there, fathers and mothers, sisters and liars and killers. They were all buried there. And I left that town and I moved north to where the river cut the city in half. Trouble I made kept me up for days. And grapes cut a long green scar across the face of the valley floor. Like all wounds, it tells the story, the song of how the West was won. 'Cause out in California, the harbor town's a killing floor, with methamphetamines, and all the longshoremen's hands, they bleed through a cracked glove upon the wheel. 'Cause out in California, find the sun, and up north the capital gain. Make the rules for everyone. And a man with a suit and a chain, with you, then he's gone. Ground with a head full of thorns, Sodom and maybe more. He's out in California, They spend their nights in bars. They ride off in a stretch limousine. Maps to the movie stars. 'Cause they wanna make you believe that out in California, out in California, out in California, you'll find the sun. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Well, it's so nice that you're here, because then I don't have to pretend that you're here. Because if nobody showed up, then I was going to pretend for the people watching on YouTube that it was packed. And I don't know if I'm that good of an actor. You know, just. So I'm going to play you those couple songs there are off of my new record, Wildwood Road. I'm going to play you probably the whole first half of the record here. A lot of these songs, I was born and raised in California, and I can see my wife right now rolling her eyes. She's watching at home. She's heard the California stories for a long time now. So, sorry, Melanie, but I write a lot about where I grew up in California. I grew up in a place called the Central Valley, Fresno, California. And I lived all over there. So a lot of these songs are about that. This one's not, that I'm about to play you, but don't let that deter you. This is a little song called The Cautionary Tale of Richard Manuel. There was a time and a place. Well, I felt the wheel and its grace. King Arthur sang in the fields. So we drank to what we made, and the season changed. Soon I felt the long and the slow decay. Why must I be the thief? Why must you see my grief? I can't explain what comes over me. Then I was crushed by the weight. I hung it all up and I waved goodbye to the crowd and the hands from the stage. A whispering sound I received through the pines and the trees. In a motel dream, I swam from the beach to the sea. Why must I be the thief? Why must you see my grief? Tears of rage roll down my cheeks. I can't explain what comes over me. Home, so far away. Home, so far away. Home, so far away. must I be the thief? Why must you see my grief? Tears of rage roll down my cheeks. I can't explain. I can't explain. I can't explain. I can't explain what comes over me. Oh, 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 thank you. I bet you didn't know I was just going to start yelling like that, did you? You weren't expecting that. I stand at the door and I knock. And Joni, lit by the lone lamp, appears luminous and wistful. A girl from Aurora, or Athens, or Cassandra. She has been on her side of the door for so long now, she has forgotten that there is a reason, perhaps, to human suffering, that we are searching within or without for truth. We stand there above the whisper of the freeway, cars going in one direction or another, the endless parade of souls down there on the earth below the one we now hover in. The room was rich with magazines. The chain had been released. And in the darkness you could see her fingers sick with rings. There were no more wedding bells, and the planes had split the trees. They sat on the edge of the bed with the queen of the London scene. And it was a time of infamy, a time of fallen kings. And in the courtroom had been laid bare, the truth had been decreed. Thought you might get away, or you thought that you might break free. It's when you found out that you'd been ensnared by the queen of the London scene. a shadow did appear, and there was something golden dark poured in your ear. And you tried to listen and you tried to hear. There were only screams and a mouthful of bad advice from the queen of the London scene. Oh, thank you. So I wrote some songs down tonight. I don't usually do that, but I thought I would write them down, take a look at them. Sometimes I'm not sure what I'm going to do next, which is kind of my life in general. That's my day-to-day philosophy. I have no idea what I'm going to do next. I came here all the way from the San Joaquin Valley, where summer chokes the light, and light is transitory and always failing, where the voices of the gangsters echo off of the hardwood and the vaulted ceilings of home's playground gymnasium. And just outside of the art museum on Dakota and Clinton, the shrouded wolves wait. And inside, I'm learning to use words and images to change the dismal scenery of my surroundings. It was there I heard Peter Everwine compare a wrist to a star. What an elegant word, wrist. Oh, what an infinitesimal piece of dust I was then. You're all alone. Voice that you hear down the hall is your mother's voice. Your mother's ghost. So you pick up the phone. You call and you let it ring and ring till you find out what you already know. Nobody home. And if you keep on running from the hounds, you can't escape. And if you keep on reaching for the hand you cannot save, there won't be any time make your getaway. And the money is spent is the money you stole from your sister's coat after she went to bed. And it's time to repent. So you make your way to the Astro Motel instead. With your cocaine eyes. And if you keep on running from the hound, escape. And if you keep on reaching for your hand you cannot save, there won't be any time to make your getaway. All alone now in the valley sun, all alone again, down and out again in the valley sun. And the sound that you make is the sound of the key in the lock. When you turn it the wrong way and it breaks, when our heart breaks. If you keep on running from the hounds you can't escape, keep on reaching for the hand you cannot save, there won't be any time. No, there won't be any time. No, there won't be any time to make your getaway. Now you know you're out of time. You're out of time. Oh, you're out of time. Well, it was 1987. School was out for good. The Hydra summer was upon us. Old people and dogs are dropping like flies. It's the summer they found Earl the Pearl dead in a dumpster behind the Tower Theater, with his arm bent back behind him like a question mark. Yeah, that's the same Tower Theater where those bikers shot Kimber Reynolds in the head. Joe Michael Davis pushed his .357 into her ear, and he pulled the trigger for her purse. He wanted her purse. Well, the cops, they caught up to him later on and they gunned his ass down in the street. That was later, much later. It's the summer they found Marilyn Gay Ward dead inside the bookstall. The details of her murder were never released. And her killer was never found. They never found who killed Earl either. So here's the natural gospel of it all, ladies and gentlemen. All systems tower and collapse, and we babble in darkness, seeking foundations for other reconstructions, knowing all along that what works always is nothing. Nothing. Thank you very much. So it's a little unusual, right? This particular dynamic, isn't it? Okay. It's wonderful. Dave, thanks for having us here. We've got Dave Shell, the owner of Green Kill, and Dave Strahl on sound over there. It's really easy for a guy like me to just remember Dave because I'll forget, you know. But so there's just one name to remember. Makes it very easy. Hooray for memory loss. I'd like to play this breakup song I wrote a while back. A lot of you know me. Some of you don't know me, but a lot of you do. And you know I'm married, and I've been married to, oh, there's more people. Look at that. I'm not making it up, YouTube. There's actually more people showed up. Thanks for coming. Before I met Melanie, I kind of ruined a lot of relationships. I don't know if you guys can relate to this sort of thing. I think I've tried to count them up. I think I've ruined 50 relationships, give or take. I was playing last night and somebody asked me, your own or other people's too? And I thought that was interesting because if we're going to include other people's relationships, it's much higher, obviously. Because once you start, like, you know, anybody in my sphere was affected. So it's much more than that if we're going to go that route. But I was just talking like romantically, I think. So right before I met Melanie, the final relationship I had that I ruined and swore off relationships after I finally got out of it is this one that I wrote this song about. Sleep in a cave, I've been here for days. I don't know which song to sing or how to set you free. Sleep in a cave, I've been here for days. I don't know which song to sing or how to set you free. From the nightmare's child, high wires that you climb, and the way that you scared me the most was when you smiled. And you sang the same thing to me, no matter how hard you tried to save this symphony. And you played a silent reverie. Each and every time you tried to rescue me. From the nightmare's child, high wires that you climb, and the way that you scared me the most was when you smiled. Now I know it's time, it's time, it's time to quit this ruined verse that we rehearsed and we tried to make it rhyme. we never made it rhyme. Very nice. Like I said, you don't have to mean that. It's just nice. It just feels good, you know? I'd like to play you now. Oh, there's more people coming? Come on. Get out of town. I don't even really know what to do if that's happening. I just sulk about the house all day, and Melanie's like, how you doing? And I'm like, well, nobody's going to come. I'm fine. She has to put up with it all day. It's really awful. Well, now that I've got you all here, and maybe out there, I'd like to play you a couple songs about death, if I might. One of my favorite subjects. Are you guys preoccupied with this thing like me? I had to take your chuckle as a no. I'm all alone with this? Okay, good. I know. I still I don't want it to be a bummer. I want to feel good about it. I've stopped stealing. I haven't stolen anything in a while. The only time I'll steal something I'll still steal. I'll still steal. You know, like when you go somewhere and you're waiting in line for for too long and like they're not paying attention, and I'll just walk out with it. I'll steal it. It feels really good. Nobody does that? It's just me? No, I never get caught. No, because they're not paying attention, you know. No. I don't apologize. I also don't pray for my enemies. I don't do that either. I'm not a very evolved human. I still steal, and I don't pray for my enemies. In fact, if I do pray for them, I pray that something terrible will happen to them, which is maybe why I'm not prepared for death. I'm going to play you my favorite death folk song, I think. I am a poor, wayfaring stranger, traveling through this world of woe. There is no sickness, no toil or danger in that bright land to which I go. Going there to see my mother. She said she'd meet me when I come. I'm only going over Jordan. I'm only going home. I know dark clouds gather over me. I know my way is dark and steep. The beautiful those fields before me, God's redeemed, their vigils keep. Going there to see my Father. He said he'd meet me when I come. I'm only going over Jordan. I'm only going home. And I want to wear that crown of glory when I get home to that good land. I want to sing my Savior's story, playing in that blood-soaked band. Going there to see my Savior. She said she'd meet me when I come. I'm only going over Jordan. I'm only going home. I'm only going home. I'm only going home. In time we will be free from the frames of our bodies. The click-clack of bones collapsing to an abrupt end. We were alone across the river. No help from the shore. The mandatory watchman, the ghost, I was never there. At last the hurricane. At last the hurricane. At last the hurricane. And rain spills from the roof and down the window, as if there is no air, only water. And soon we will all be submerged. The latch rattles in the wind. Once when I was 5, I slipped along the bottom of an underground pool. I fell backwards, striking the back of my head. It was like walking along the surface of the moon. Which I've always wanted to do. Or maybe meandering the dunes of Mars in defiance of the atmosphere. So who cares if it rains? Or if the wind becomes forceful enough to unwind me from my spot here on this earth? I was never here anyway. I was always someplace else. So now that I've achieved greatness, I can spend all day staring into the expiring sun. The one thing I have never understood and have relied upon entirely to keep me from turning into stone. Thank you very much. So as I promised, I'm going to do 2 songs about death. That one was a little interlude. This next song is a new song. I've only played it one other time, which was last night. Excuse me. I was reading that book. A couple things were happening when I wrote this song. I was reading that book, The Underground Railroad by Colson Whitehead. It's a pretty great book if you haven't read that. And I think it was election. There was an election going on. Is that midterms or something? Is that what that is? So I was more pissed off than usual. I'm normally just kind of mad about everything, but I think I was extra mad. And so this song appeared. And it's called The Secret Underground Railroad. Blacksmith saved the shackles and the shoes that she once made, and all royalty be damned. They thought they had control, soon they found you can't pay off those volunteers who showed up with their buckets all full of tears to put out the fires raging east of Eden. Please don't ever mention the things you've seen there, and always remember to tip your waiter. Oh, where do you stand? Don't pretend you're here to lend a hand. No, you think you're smart, but everything you do just falls apart. Keep your eye on the ball as it swerves across the plate and smacks you right in the face. And even if you finally get on base, you find out that the umpires have all been paid, and the man in the stands, well, he owns all the bleachers. bought all the players and he sold you your sneakers. Now there's a message you can sing. The Salvation Army girls are waiting in the wings. Across the ocean, down the hall, a dream you dreamed outside a restless shopping mall. But you can't see out a dirty window. You'll never know which way the wind blows. Picking up those leaflets in magazines, it's a filthy subscription for something obscene. It's a tired and a useless, unwanted prescription. It's a snake oil cure for a nagging condition. And all our time is short. The end of our endless days we soon report. To the man in the cloak waiting right off stage, written into the story from the very first page. It's an ending that you knew you could never escape. An exploding candle on your birthday cake, and you pass through the eye of the needle to the kingdom. It's a secret underground railroad to freedom. Thanks a lot. Well, out to dinner tonight. What's the, did you guys go out to dinner? Yeah? No dinner? Oh, you guys are like my father. You lead a Spartan lifestyle. Huh? My dad's favorite thing to say was, "You don't need that." I want to do that. You don't need that. You don't need that. He was like a toast with no butter kind of guy. I think I'd rather be fat. I need a little butter on my toast. I know it sounds like I'm kind of this highfalutin guy. I keep mentioning books, right? But books have always been kind of the thing. I don't want to say that I hate people. That would be the wrong thing to say. Because I don't. I don't hate people. I love them. But there's a but. No, it's not that I just I like to be alone. Can you relate to this? Anyway, so I read lots of books because I've always liked being alone, and I like to read books. I used to like to get drunk and read Shakespeare, and like walk around and read Shakespeare out loud. You know, I never knew what I was reading. That's beside the point. What I'm trying to tell you is I read this book by a guy named John Lewis a while back, and it's called Walking with the Wind. And it's about his time in the, what's that called? Civil rights movement. And I got this little song from it. It's called Feed the Saints. I shall not be moved from this here counter. I will not be told that I can't stay. I will not be made to sit in silence. I am not afraid. And I shall not be burned with sticks of fire. I know why the hooded hide their face, and even though they hang high my Father, I refuse to hate. The blood of God comes pouring down to heal the faithful, to feed the saints, to grace the graceless. And I shall not be moved from this place. And I shall not be made to work for hours. I will not be pulled apart that way. I will not earn cancer for your dollars, 'cause I am not a slave. And I shall not be moved from love's table, even though you take away my plate. I will eat the bread of life, my brother, even though you hate. So the blood of God come pouring down to heal the faithful and to feed the saints, to grace the graceless. And I shall not be moved from this place. And I shall not be moved from this place. And I shall not be moved from this place. Oh, thanks a lot. It's very nice. I got a few more songs for you. That was not the response I was hoping for. I was hoping for some kind of encouragement, I guess. I got to work on those transitions, I guess. I'll cross that one off the list of transitions. That doesn't work. Try something else.
Sounds great, Mark.
Thank you. I was really fishing for some kind of like something. No, I'm gonna play you this new song. I'm gonna play you this new song called "The Mysterious Disappearance of Lynn Burke, 1983." First 3 days, they found your aerosol can in the weeds along the interstate, laced and lined with your DNA and confidence and science, forensics and evidence slowly waned, faced with silence and arrogance. You were gone for good, and I didn't know then, and I couldn't say how. I know I let you down. I know I let you down. We took the photostats, sketches and pictures from Photomat, placed them on corkboards, the places where they'd seen you last. The ladies at the truck stop, they couldn't say when, they couldn't be sure. The last time that they'd seen you, and who you were with, you were wearing. I know I let you down. I know I let you down. I see it clearly now. Now you're not around. I know I let you down. I let you down. They found your fur on a coat rack in Damascus late November. The check had not been paid, and you left without a word. You were gone for good, and I didn't know then, and I couldn't say how. I know I let you down. I know I let you down. I know I let you down. Gone for good, and I didn't know then, and I couldn't say how. Mary, the interstate finally revealed my fate. I watched the sun turn red outside Virginia at 6 a.m. As I rode along, I started to hum you this song, something new and different than motel dirge inside my head. And it goes like this: I love you, baby, and dangerous are white as stars. Marry the human race. Well, it's flawed and filled with hate. We can't change their minds. We can only sing the songs we write. And it goes like this. I love you, baby, as you sleep beneath the stars. Don't forget now, I love you, baby, as you spin beneath the stars. We can only be who we are. It winds and makes its way, takes you far afield, where it's hard to know just what is real. When you're a long way, when you're a long way from home, when you're a long way. Don't forget now, I love you, baby, as you spin beneath the stars. We can only be who we are. Thank you very much. Thanks for coming tonight. Thanks for those of you that are out there watching on your computer or your screen TV or on your phone. What a world. What a world we live in. I have a couple more songs for you. This is these are the last two songs off of my recent record, which I have right over there. It's called Wildwood Road. You can listen to it wherever you listen to music, or you can buy an old school vinyl record there. I don't mind saying it, it sounds pretty darn good. I'm kind of old. You can't tell by looking at me. I have a very youthful appearance. But it has like the record, in my opinion, has kind of a 70s vibe to it, which I kind of like. The other thing I want to talk to you about briefly is I have a little book over there, a little black book with a pen on top of it. And if you're feeling generous, you could put your email in there. I like to write emails. I like to send pictures of myself with things that I'm thinking about and where I'm going to be playing. And that don't cost you nothing. You could even put like one of your shitty emails that you never check. Again, it's like, it'll be just nice for me to have another email on my list. So maybe you could do that. This is a little song called What You Cannot Have. not that. That's gonna bug me. I gotta fix it. All right. When you faced the first one, well, it just burned and then was warm, and it took your heart. It's what you cannot have. There was hate when you were young. It turned to rage at what you'd become, and it made you want what you cannot have. She said, remember me, son, don't waste all of your love, 'cause there can be only one. Don't waste all of your love, 'cause your heart can hold what it cannot have. Guess it made you real small. Now that you can stand up tall, and all your life, it's what you cannot have. And all your life, it's what you cannot have. And all your life, it's what you cannot have. Thank you very much. This last song is the final song on Wildwood Road, and it was written with my daughter, who's now 6, but when I wrote this song with her, she was 4. When Melanie and I first moved to Woodstock, New York, I had this guitar thing that I played that I was sure was going to be a song. But if you've ever tried to write a song, sometimes you think you have a song, but it ain't a song. And you just end up playing the same thing over and over again. So in my case, I just played this over and over again. I'll show you. I just played this over and over again. it's going to be a really cool song. If I could just write the words to this song, it'll be great. And then I just played that for I don't know how many years. My daughter wasn't even born yet when I first started playing that. So I guess 4 or 5 years I was playing that. And then I was in my office one day playing this little riff. And Mary Scout walked in and she was saying this. When I use my eyes, when I use my eyes, I can see the sunrise, I can see the sunrise. That's pretty good, Mary. I like that. Here we are, here we are. When I wave goodbye, when I wave goodbye, hope that you'll be there, hope that you'll be there when I come back home. Here we are, lucky that we came this far. When I wave goodbye, when I wave goodbye, hope that you'll be there, hope that you'll be there when I come back home. Here we are, lucky that we came this far. Wildwood Road, Wildwood Road, Wildwood Road. You must leave now, take what you need, you think will last. Whatever you wish to keep, you better grab it fast. Yonder stands your orphan with his gun, crying like a fire in the sun. And look out, the saints are coming through, and it's all over now, baby. The highway is for gamblers, you better use your sense. Take what you have gathered from coincidence, the empty-handed painter from your street, drawing crazy patterns on your sheets. The sky too is folding over you, and it's all over now, baby. All you seasick sailors are all going home, and all your reindeer armies, they're all going home. The lover who has just walked out your door, she's taken all the blankets from the floor. The carpet too is moving under you. It's all over now, baby blue. Leave your stepping stones behind, 'cause something calls for you. Forget the debt that you left, it will not follow you. The vagabond who's rapping at your door, well, he's standing there in all those clothes that you once wore. Strike another match, go start anew. And it's all over now, baby. And it's all over now, baby blue. And it's all over now, baby. It's all over now, baby blue. Thank you for coming. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks, Green Kill. Thanks, you guys, for coming. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Have a great night. Thank you.